Welcome back to Kids Planning. I'm Peyton.
And I'm Jared.
And I'm Dad.
And today we're talking about dexterity games.
Yep. Now, Jared, what are dexterity games?
Dexterity games are games where you are balancing pieces or flicking pieces of other pieces, where you're using your hands to do things that you normally wouldn't do in other games. Like I said, flicking pieces or balancing pieces or even stacking.
Yeah, dexterity games, they're games that require you to, they test your resources, they require coordination. Again, lots of stacking, lots of flicking, a lot of trying to keep things from falling usually in dexterity games. So, Peyton, what is it that you like about dexterity games?
I like dexterity games because they're different how you have to either stack, flick, or balance pieces on other pieces. And like how it uses your hands a lot more than other games, since other games are like putting meeples in places, but dexterity games are like using your hands a lot more to like stack, balance, or other things.
Yep, and dexterity games are usually really quick to set up and pretty simple to learn, because if they were really complicated to set up and the end of the game is it falling over, that probably wouldn't be very fun because it'd take a long time to set it back up. So,
but some games are like that.
Yeah, there's a few games that are, they're take a little bit longer to set up than others, but for the most part, dexterity games are quick to learn, simple rules, easy, quick to set up, and a lot of them are pretty portable, so they're games that you can take with you. They travel well if you want to take them to the pool or the park or something like that. So we're going to get into it. The first game on our list is coin curling. Now, coin curling is a really simple game to play, super simple rules, really easy to set up. It comes in a big long tube box. You roll out the mat. Now, what I like about it is a really sturdy plastic-covered neoprene, so it lays down nice and flat, and is just, again, it's one of those super portable games. It's a lot of fun to play. So, Jared, tell us,
simple.
Yes, it's super simple rules. Jared, tell us how to play coin curling.
So in coin curling, first you grab one of your coins of your color and you spin it.
But you start from the white area.
Yeah. You spin it in the white area forward, and then you tap it once with your little thing, trying to get it to the middle.
Yep. So, and then you just take turns and you score by who gets closest. So, like that.
And then I would go.
He knocked me out of the way.
Oof.
Yeah, I got close on that one. Up, out of bounds. Out of bounds again.
I don't know if I'm going to win. So that's pretty much how you play it. And you score based on... So whoever has the closest coin to the middle dot, they score based on how many coins they have closer than the other player's closest coin.
Yes, so every round someone is going to score and the other player is going to score 0. So in this case, I have 3 coins that are closer to the center than Jared's closest coin. So I would score 3. He would score 0. Then we would play another round. And this is such a quick setup game. You roll it out on the table. Everything is in the tube. You roll it out on the table. You flick the coins and you go. It's one of those, if you have 10 minutes to play, you can play a few rounds of it, have some fun with it. It travels well. As long as you've got a flat surface, you're good to go.
Yeah, so, you can't really play on a hill.
Yep. Yeah. Can't play on a hill. Can't play on tilted tables. But other than that, as long as you have a flat surface, you're ready to go.
Yep.
So that is coin curling. That is the first game in our dexterity list. And game number 2 is ice cool.
In ice cool, you are penguins that are trying to go through the ice school because it's in the, I don't know what the place is called.
It's in a high school that's covered in ice, so it's an ice school.
And there is, what you're doing in the game is you are flicking your penguins through the rooms trying to get these fish.
Yep, if your penguin goes through a doorway, it collects the colored fish that's on it that is your color. So you have, in a 4-player game, you would have 3 penguins that are trying to collect their color, and then you have 1 penguin who is chasing everyone else. So in this setup, you actually wouldn't have green, because green is the one chasing everyone else. So the green player is trying to flick their penguin so that they run into the other players. When they do that, they get a card. If they run into all of the other players, then the round ends. So the round can end in 2 ways. Either One player collects all of their fish.
Like this.
Yep.
This is how you collect the fish, by flicking it through.
And sometimes you have really good flicks like that where he went through 2 doorways. He actually went through 3 doorways, but he went through 2 scoring doorways. So all he would have to do to end the round is get back through this doorway before, again, either the green player tags everybody else or someone else does amazing things and collects all of their fish.
But something really lucky is if you were here and flicked through here and then through both of those doors and back through here. That would make you win in 1 turn.
Yes, you can. If you get really good at this game, you can put spin on the penguins. You can do some pretty complicated things. Usually when we try to do that, we just run into the wall, but sometimes you get lucky. Peyton's gotten pretty good at it. And you get these cool moves with a lot of spin where they curve through all the doors, and it's just a lot of fun.
But if you don't get fully through the door, then you do not get a fish.
Yep, you don't get a fish unless you go all the way through the door. So if you get stuck or wedged into the door, you don't get a fish. And if everyone has a hall pass card, again, there's cards that score things like that. There's cards in the games that you use to score. We're not showing those now because this is more focused on the dexterity part. But everyone starts the round with a hall pass card, and if you get tagged, then you give your hall pass to the hall monitor, which is the one that's chasing. In this case, it's green. If you get tagged, you still keep playing. You just lose your hall pass card, and you lose some points in the end of the round. Yep. So you also lose your card if you run into the hall monitor or the person chasing. So it's a really fun game. It's a really fun game. Really easy to play, really easy to learn. The cool thing is all of these boxes nest inside of each other. So it's one box, all these come out, these white fish clip them together. It tells you how to set up. You match up the colored dots right here. So even though it might look confusing, it's really easy to set up. It sets up quickly. Super simple rules, a ton of fun. Again, a lot of times you're just flicking your penguins into walls and you get to laugh at the other people. But sometimes you get these really cool flicks that just spin through all the rooms, and it's really impressive, and you feel really great about yourself. And then the next turn you try and do it again, and you just go into a corner.
Like this.
Again, sometimes you try to do it, and sometimes it works great, and other times you just go into a corner. So, tons of fun. We love Ice Cool. We always have a blast when we're playing it. So be sure to check it out. Again, we'll leave links to all of these games in the description. So if you want to go check them out for yourself, you can. So that is Ice Cool. And game number 3 on our list of dexterity games is Totika Kohatu. And this is a rock stacking game. The setup is a little confusing, pretty complex. And it's ready to go.
You just dumped it out of the bag.
Yep, so that's the setup. And Jared, tell us how to play this game.
So you play the game by rolling the dice and putting down the rock color of that.
Yep, you can pick any rock that's available that hasn't been played yet, that is that color, any size. Then the next person rolls, they pick an orange, they stack it.
And then
next person rolls.
I got another orange.
Doing lots of orange.
And it fell over.
Let's try again. Because you don't have to stack it long ways. You can stack it sideways, any flat way that you can stack it. So I got to skip. I'm going to go, if I skip, I would skip. You play until someone knocks it over and that person loses. Or until...
It wants you to skip.
Yeah. The person who places the last one, I want to place a different color. The person who places the last, so wild gets any color. The person who places the last rock wins, or the person who knocks it over loses. Again, you saw the setup. It is really easy to set up. It really wants me to skip. Really easy to set up, really easy to play. As you get taller, you could start stacking on the really narrow sides to kind of mess up the next player. This would be better played on not a game mat because the soft surface makes it a little more difficult. You got it? Can you do it? Okay. Green.
Oh man, don't play a big green.
I'm gonna go the big green. I don't know. Okay, this is tilted. Let me find one that's okay. This is tilted back. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but it's tilted a little bit, so I gotta balance that tilt out.
That's actually making the tilt worse. Turn it around.
No, the other way makes it worse. Okay. So,
you destroyed the tower.
and then to reset the game,
We're ready
that's
to
all
go.
there is to it. Ready to play again. So again, super fun dexterity game.
Like 5 minutes.
Yeah, stacking.
No, like 1 minute.
Takes
You're gonna play 5 minutes.
Takes anywhere from 30 seconds to 5 or 10 minutes to play a game if you are really careful and good at stacking. Lots of fun. Zero setup. Rules are really easy. It's good, and it's in a bag that travels well. Throw it in a backpack. Throw it in a purse. Take it with you.
I thought it was getting really good.
Again, check this game out. It's a lot of fun. We'll leave a link to it in the description. And game number 4 on our list of dexterity games is Coconuts.
In Coconuts, you are monkeys trying to fling coconuts into cups.
Yep.
And you have to put your monkey behind the bamboo on the player mat. So you are trying to land them in the yellow cups. And the yellow cups do nothing. They just add
Well, when you get a
more-
coconut in a cup, you take the cup and put it on your mat, and you're trying to make a 6-cup pyramid. Whoever makes a 6-cup pyramid first wins.
But the red ones right here are the ones that give you an extra turn.
Yep, they give you an extra turn. And once people start getting cups on their mat, if you can get a coconut into one of their cups, you get to steal that cup from them. So show us how this works, Peyton. Show us your excellent coconut flipping skills. Almost. And it does say in the setup to give each person a certain number of coconuts. There's no limit. Like, you don't run out of coconuts. Once you run out, just grab some of these that are inevitably going to be all over your table. Good. We're not great at this. It takes some finesse. So I got one. Okay. So I would put this one here. And then Peyton would go. Normally you'd take turns. Sometimes you play just pandemonium where everyone goes just free for all. Okay, so Peyton would take that cup. I would take this cup. Put it on your mat there. So that would go there. You're going to go one more shot. Okay, so he didn't get. So eventually I would be stacking them. Put this so the camera can see it. Stacking like that and trying to make a 6-cup pyramid. Whoever gets there first wins. It is a lot of fun, tons of laughs. Takes a little bit of skill to figure out how strong or weak your monkey actually is. We always laugh when we play this game. Tons of fun. Peyton's going to try 2 coconut launch, and he missed. So, well, that was cool. So this is Coconuts. Be sure to check it out. Again, it's tons of fun. It's super easy to play. Like, it's one of those games that just makes you laugh. And is also pretty impressive when you do cool things and you get like a long shot. And there's some challenges, some advanced challenges like flipping it from arm's length, things like that you can do as you get better at the game. But this is Coconuts. Check it out. And game number 5 in our list of dexterity games is Suspend.
In Suspend, you are trying to suspend these little pieces on this big piece.
Yep.
Is.
Rules are really straightforward and simple. You take turns. There is a dice with it that we left at home and it didn't make it to the studio with us, but you would roll a dice. It would tell you a color. You would take that color and you would hang it from here.
Or you can also just not have the dice and just choose what you're going to do.
Yeah. But the first few rounds are really easy, and then as you go a few more rounds, it gets quite difficult. You can't like balance stuff as you touch it. And then so like this one only has 2, so there's no way to balance this one in the middle. So I'm going to try right here.
Which may not work out.
There we go.
I have to be really careful now because if I move, that's going to fall.
No. I really like playing this game with Peyton because every time he places one, he's like a magician and he goes, wow. Like he just did a magic trick. So this is the game. You just go back and forth trying to
Not make things
fall. If you make something fall, you have to take those, and you're trying to get rid of all your pieces first.
Okay.
And there's a few like technical rules about what can or can't go where, but
like you can't put 2 things in one little loop.
yeah. So really easy to learn game. It comes in a little tube also, really portable, really fun. And It's definitely one of those more challenging balance games as you get to where this whole thing is just a mangled mess of.
You can also do that and balance it right on the end.
And as long
That was your turn, technically.
no, I had not touched mine yet.
And I take this now.
As long as the next person hasn't touched their pieces, it's still the previous player's turn. So if it looks like something is kind of iffy and it's about to fall, just wait it out and see if it does. Not for too long because you want to keep the game moving. But that's Suspend. Really fun dexterity game. A lot more kind of fine motor skills because you can't just go and like plop things on. They're going to fall.
Wind chimes.
There we go. So fine motor skills, balance, kind of analyzing what's going to make the thing move where, how it's going to be. Just challenges all those fun skills. So that's Suspend. Be sure to check it out. And game number 6 in our list is Go Cuckoo.
In Go Cuckoo, you are trying to make the nest, and if you run out of all your eggs, the next turn, instead of placing 6, you place the cuckoo.
Yep. So it's a kind of balancing game, kind of basically what you're doing is you take a stick out, whatever color the end of that stick is, you take a one with that end, and then you do that 3 times per turn. So this is blue, so I would take blue. If I get one with matching colors on both ends, like this one, then I'd get to place an egg. But you take your sticks, you add them to the nest. I made this egg fall, so I would take this. You're trying to run out of eggs. And we did start with this game a little farther down the road so that we could show kind of how it plays. So since I drew one with matching colors on both ends, I would place an egg.
And if one
Okay, that egg did not fall all the way in. If an egg falls off, then you take the egg. If it falls into the can, then you take an egg from the player with the most eggs. If you place all of your eggs, you get to place the bird. And as long as you place the bird and everything sits and nothing falls, then you win.
So that's Go Cuckoo.
Yep. What do you like about the game, Peyton?
I like it because it's cool how you're balancing the things and you have to pull out the right sticks. Like if I pull out this one, it has 2 of these, so I would place an egg.
Yep.
But it's cool how sometimes you just have to support it, so maybe next time you'll be able to place one.
Yep. It's one of those games that really challenges you to think through like balance and things like that to figure out where to place the sticks so that you're going to create a
Nest.
create a nest, create a good base for the egg that you're going to place. So again, it's really fun, but also challenges some of those kind of thinking through the best place to put your sticks, also so you don't knock anything over. Mm-hmm. So this is Go Cuckoo. Again, it does have a box, but the whole game transports in the can. You put the sticks in the can, put this on top, put the eggs in it. Super easy to transport, very portable, easy to set up. And to set up the game, you distribute the eggs to everybody. You take all the sticks and you just drop them in the can so that they just kind of lay out, and then you start drawing sticks. Really easy to play, tons of fun. We really enjoy this game. So go check it out. That is Go Cuckoo. And the game number 7 and the final game on our list of dexterity games is Rhino Hero Super Battle. This is one of our family favorites. It is a classic dexterity game. So how do we play Rhino Hero Super Battle?
In Rhino Hero Super Battle, it's kind of like just Rhino Hero. Mm-hmm. You're trying to stack up the walls, but unlike Rhino Hero, instead of stacking up just small
in a
cards,
straight line,
you're stacking them up differently. Like this needs 2 tall walls. Normally there's only short walls, and you just stack small cards. These have big cards and tall walls also.
Yeah, so if you've played the regular Rhino Hero where you're just stacking in a straight, just trying to build one big tower, this is Rhino Hero Super Battle where it takes to the next level. So everyone has 3 of these cards. These are the floor cards, and they show you what it needs to be stacked on.
Normally these would be face down, but we're just showing them.
Yeah, so this needs a tall wall and a short wall, so I would have to place that. And you can use the supports that are already there. Again, we have started in the game a little bit with it partially set up just for the example. So there's a tall wall. There is a short wall.
Or you could do it right here.
I could do that. Or yeah, I'll do that just to make it fancier. So I placed that there. I balanced my floor between those 2. Now this floor has a monkey on it. So I need to balance the monkey. without knocking it over.
And you can balance it from the hand or from the tail,
Yeah.
like this one.
And then the super battle part is everyone has their characters. After you place your piece, you roll the blue dice. It tells you where to move. So let's say I have to move up 1. So I'm going to say it like that. I move up 1, and now we would battle where we would roll these dice, see who gets the highest score. The loser goes down a level. So basically, you're trying to not only be at the highest level, but also build the entire tower without it falling over. And tons of fun. What's your favorite thing about this game, Jared?
The artwork. That is like my top favorite thing because there's like, it's like the artwork is so cool. Like on this one, there's a monster eating sausages.
Yeah, let's see if we can rotate this. I don't know if the monster's on the other side yet.
Here's one.
There's the other side of the monster eating sausages. Oof. Okay.
The monster eating sausages on both sides. The artwork is just amazing. Like this one, it's night, and then on the other side, there's an alien.
Okay, so let me clarify that question. What's your favorite part about playing Rhino Hero Super Battle?
My favorite part about playing it is definitely the stacking.
Yes, it is one of those. It gets, and you can see how many walls there are. Big stacks of walls. It can get very, very, very tall, very spread out, very complex.
It's definitely one of my favorite games because our very first tutorial was Rhino Hero.
Yes, Rhino Hero holds a special place in our heart. Rhino Hero Super Battle is even better. Again, it takes up more table space, but it's
bigger and better.
Yeah, it is so much fun to play. You can see how like these right here get kind of precariously positioned, and it gets really
This is about to fall.
Yeah, that's about to fall. So you want to kind of set other people up to fall so they ruin it. But there's also, it's one of those games that yes, you want to win, but you also like there's a lot of satisfaction no matter who wins of having this big giant just skyscraper of cards and towers and stuff. It is a ton of fun. Definitely recommend this game if you're looking for dexterity games. It is probably and there is going to be a low end on the age because it does require some fine motor skills, but Haba recently came out with Rhino Hero Jr., which is the same kind of theme, same kind of feel, but it's big, bulky cardboard cards. It's made for toddlers and younger players. They're much sturdier, but it still helps kind of refine those fine motor skills and give the same fun, but in a much more stable, younger kid-friendly version of the game. So this is Rhino Hero Super Battle. Definitely check that out. Again, we will leave links to all of these games in the description. What are you doing?
I was trying to stack something.
And that's how you lose the game. So we will leave links to all of these games in the description. Be sure while you're down there looking for those games to hit our subscribe button.
Right here.
Watch our other videos over here. And we will see you later. Have fun playing these games.
Bye.